Hello everyone. So today we are going to explore Google Jules and basically Google Jules is an autonomous synchronous AI coding engine from Google Labs. This is the definition I got from Google actually. So in simple terms, it is an autonomous agent, AI agent which runs in the background. And when I say background, it's in the cloud. So you can see here, right? Google Jules runs continuously in the cloud, and whatever prompt we provide to it, it will work on that, but in the background in the cloud. So let's start exploring the Jules. If you remember our previous in previous video, we were exploring the AI agent, which actually provides a comment on your gameplay. So while you are playing any game, it will provide you feedback, maybe kind of funny tips or sarcastic comments. Basically, that's like a gaming buddy, which is observing your gameplay and providing your feedback and making your gameplay more interesting. So let's start exploring this. Okay, so to save your time, I already typed all the instructions for the Jules, right? So what I'm asking Joule to create an application, basically an overlay application for Windows because I'm using Windows, and this application will help as a gaming buddy for player. And this will provide helpful tips, fun facts, and funny jokes regarding the game. And I'm additionally saying that this should use LLM to generate this output, and the output or the comment should be in the speech voice because the player might not be able to see the text while playing the game, and this should be real time or real near real time activity. And I have added a most important thing that the tips, fun facts, and comments should be given relative to the scene in the game. So basically, whatever you see in the screen, and based on that, provide the feedback. And the last point, which is fine tuning of the output. Okay, let's see what Jules does to this requirement. Let's hit enter and let's see. Okay, so I can see the task has been created and I don't know where to see the task. So let me see. There is sidebar, I believe. Where is the sidebar? Where I can see. Oh yeah, this is the sidebar. So you see the input I have provided this the Jules is working on that. It is saying initializing and I think it might take some time. So I'm going to pause this video. Okay, so it has given some output. And I think it is creating some files, Python code, I believe. And okay, I think it has created a plan first, and then it will start working on that plan. So the plan is to have project setup and dependencies, and I can see this 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 8 steps in a plan, and there's a setup, then screen capture, then I believe LLM client, yes, then text to speech. I'm going to expand each of this so I can have a clear picture that what it is actually creating, but let it learn now. Mm -mm -mm. LLM client, create a GUI buddy, okay. There's a text to speech. Okay, so let it create the Python code. We'll test this basically whenever this are being created. But I can see there are many steps it is following, and I'm going to expand every tab here so you can also see what the plan is. Overlay application. Okay, it is also writing tests. And these are the files it is creating. Captures and LLM client, README requirements. Let's wait it to create all the files and then we can resume testing that on our system. Okay, so it's almost 3 minutes when Joule has started creating the files. Let's wait more and I can see it is. I'm going to zoom that so you can see more of it. Okay, where I can download that. Yeah, I have the download zip here. I'm downloading it now. Let's explore this.
Okay, so I'm going to extract that and open that in the anti-gravity. And if you don't know, anti-gravity is a ID from Google. It's a agentic ID. And trust the authors. And going to open the README file to see what we have here. Okay, so you can see in the README they have given a description, prerequisites, installation steps, usage, and additional note for Linux users. So overview is this application is a window overlay that act as a gaming buddy. It watches your gameplay and provides funny, helpful, and sarcastic commentary using AI to speech. And prerequisites is a Python and Open AI API key. And honestly, I don't have both, so I cannot run this. But let's see. Let's start the installation and run the application. So I'm going to run this pick command, which should install the dependencies and start. Okay, I got an error, which I know why. What is this error about? But let's figure out if anti-gravity can help in this. So let's say if you are facing any other issue except this one, you can also follow the same approach. So anti-gravity should help you to resolve the issues like this one. So I'm directly asking to install the requirements, and it should figure out the requirements for this project and install that. It's asking me to run the same command, and it got the same error which I got in the command line. Now, anti-gravity will analyze this error, what it is about. There's a new command it generated for test this. And you can see Python was not found. Uh, so now anti-gravity knows that Python is not installed in the system. Let's see what it suggests now. And finally, it says that Python is not installed, and it has given me three steps. The first one is to download Python, and I'm going to download the package manager here. Now install Python. Yes, yes, again, yes, again, yes, again. So Python should be installed in the system. After installing the Python, you have to restart the IDE, which I am going to do right now. And now let's try to install the requirements. And it should be installing the requirements now. Yep. So it is downloading the required packages, and so it completed the package installation. And now let's run the application. And you can see in the left corner there is an overlay application which is asking for OpenAI API key. And I don't have key, so I'm going to ask anti-gravity for the steps to generate one. How to get an OpenAI API key. Okay, so it has provided me the steps. I'm going to click on the link which has provided. I need to log in, so I'm going to log in with my Google account. I can see the API key in the left. I'm going to create a new API key, GameBuddy, create it. So maybe I can just add a read-only permission. Copy that and let's start this.
Whoops, I got distracted. What just happened?
Okay, so there's some error I'm getting. So we have some error in the console, and you can see the error is that you exceeded your current quota, which I believe is from the OpenAI. Uh, so I don't have a subscription of OpenAI, right?
And that's why I think I'm getting this error. So I'm going to ask Jules, how can we solve that? So let's just paste this error on the Jules. So I don't have OpenAI subscription, and I'm getting below error. And Jules has suggested that we can use Gemini. It is adding Google Gemini support in the code. And I think again it will take some time, so I'm going to pause this. Okay, so it took some time and updated the code to support OpenAI as well as Gemini. And the interesting thing that I don't see download option here. So I'm just searching. I search everywhere, even the left menu bar, but there is no option to download the code. So I'm going to ask again where I can download the code. Where is or how to download the code? Okay, so it responded that it has packaged the latest code into a zip file, gaming underscore buddy underscore latest, and you can download it from the file explorer. However, I don't see any file explorer here. So I asked, can you provide me the link? And it replied that I cannot provide direct download links as I am text-based AI operating within Sandbox. However, you can download the files directly from File Explorer. And honestly, I don't know where this File Explorer are. So I asked, where is the File Explorer? And it is saying that the File Explorer interface is typically located on the left side or at the top of interface you are currently using to communicate with me. However, I don't see the Explorer anywhere. I only see the panels and the sessions and the code base which is currently empty. Okay, and it is also providing the option to copy paste. So let's do that. And it has provided the files and the content of the files. Okay, so this will take some time and I'm going to fast forward this. Finally, the readme. And as you can see here, it is asking me to generate the Gemini key, which is free. So let's generate the key here. Create a key, GameBuddy, and let's copy this key so we can paste that in the application. Copied. In the requirements and then running the Python main file. And I can see there is an option for the Gemini. I pasted that, but I don't see the start button now. And I have to figure out what is the issue here. Since start button is not visible, we are going to ask anti-gravity why it is not visible. So why start button is not visible, I have typed that here. And let's wait about the output, and let's see if anti-gravity can figure out the issue with this. So let's run it again, the main file, and I can see it started the overlay application. I'm selecting Gemini and I'm adding the key here, and we got some error, again, and I can see it's again your exceeded you have exceeded your current quota. So I need to figure out why we are getting the same error in the Gemini.
Okay, so I was able to fix the issue, and you should see some decent commentary here from
Level up. Sweet.
Gemini.
Go get those stats. Just try not to punch that guy while you're talking to him. Okay.
It's still not perfect, but at least we are getting some output. Okay, so let's discuss the issue we had earlier, right? And if you notice, the model here, uh, yeah, the model here is Gemini 2.5. Earlier it was Gemini 2.0, and because of this mismatch, we were getting the quota issue. So once I updated the model, it started working. So at this point, you might be wondering, okay, we can give a command or prompt to Jules, and we can give the same prompt to Antigravity, and they both will change the code according to your prompts and give it to you, right? So what is the difference? And I think to get the difference, we should go to the documentation first. And this is the documentation for Google Jules. And as you can see, according to Google, it's an experimental coding agent that helps you fix bugs, add documentation, and build new feature. It integrates with the GitHub and understand your code base and work autonomously. So the important keywords are GitHub and works autonomously. According to the Google, the main purpose is to fix bugs, add documentation. So small stuff, I believe. Um and below that, you can see there are steps provided by Google to integrate Google Jules to GitHub, and we will start doing that. So we are going to configure Google Jules for a GitHub, and you can see there is a configuration button here. And before this screen, you will see a login screen for your GitHub account, and after that, you can select the repositories, a single repository or all repositories, and then it will ask you to install that Jules in the GitHub. And uh, so let's see if we can see or okay. So this is the GitHub repository I have created for this GameBuddy, and I'm going to ask Jules to do some changes over here. But before that, let's create a new branch so it can work or it should not affect the main branch. Let's name this as a feature slash new name and create branch. So ideally, Jules should be creating a branch when making any changes, but just for safety purpose, I had created a new branch, and I'm going to select that new branch, and then I'm going to ask, okay, now rename the Game Buddy to Game Observer, because Game Buddy looks like more of fun, non-professional name. So yeah, Game Observer it should rename. And you can see there are three options here. You can schedule it also. There is a plan review stage. I'm going to start this, and let's wait for it to complete. And obviously it will take some time, so I'm going to pause this and wait for the response. And while we wait for Jules to provide output, we can also look into the anti-gravity documentation from Google. And you can see it is a coding agent, basically an AI IDE, right? Uh, it's it's an AI IDE which helps you while you write a code. Okay, so after 10 minutes, Jules has provided me the output. This is, it has again created this 9 steps in, and the first step is to rename GameBuddy to Game Observer in all the codes. So it started with the README first, and then
It replaced GameBuddy to Game Observer in all the files, and I can see it is still on the review part, and after that it will submit the changes. And as you can see, it has created a review, and I should be getting some PR request here. Okay, you can see there's a pull request from your Jules. Just expand this PR and you can see uh, there's some comments from the Google Lab Jules, and the PR is created automatically, and there is an option to merge the pull request. I'm going to see what file changes it has done. So click on the commit, expand the commits, and yeah, so it has done the changes in this five files, and you can see most of places it renamed GameBuddy to Game Observer. So this is what I needed. And overall, I think it's good for small changes where the requirement is pretty much clear. Like this one, we are just renaming your text from GameBuddy to Game Observer, but I'm not sure it is because it's still in an experimental phase, right? And I'm not sure whether it will handle complex changes. So for the complex changes, we might need to turn to anti-gravity or any other ID which can do the changes. Okay, moving to anti-gravity, I have pulled the changes from Jules in the ID, and I can see there is a new branch created by or Jules. And as I was saying, right? So for the most of part where you want to understand the code, you can use anti-gravity for that. For like this, I'm asking anti-gravity to explain the code base. So it should read all the files and it should be providing me a comprehensive understanding of the code base. And it has given me the explanation for the code base. So you can see it has given me the logic file by file. This is not the only feature from anti-gravity or any code assist ID. They offer some more rich functionality like code completion, right? You type some code and then the code will be completed in the ID. So basically, you can use Jules for the small changes or small documentation part where the requirement is pretty much clear. But when it comes to the complex logic, I think you have to download the code and run in any ID. We explored anti-gravity for that, which is agentic AI from Google, and I hope this this example and this project or this video is able to clear the difference between the joules and the anti-gravity. And I will be uploading the GitHub repo link in the description. Please check that out. Thank you.